Hi my lovelies, I'm Jen and this is Crifty Crafty.
Hi my lovelies, I hope you're all well. So today we're going to be making a Christmas card, and it's not so much about the Christmas card itself or the design of it, it's more about the techniques that we're going to be using. So we're going to be drawing, scoring and cutting all in one sequence, and then we're going to be using embossing tools as well, so that we can really make our card stand out. So I'm going to just take a design from Access. So we're just going to go down to Christmas in our category search. And it's always worth having a look in the projects because there are some beautiful Christmas cards and Christmas decorations. There are some absolutely lovely ones in here, so it is worth going and having a look. But I've got this Access one, which I think is lovely. They did a set of Halloween ones as well, which were really nice. So we're going to use those. So we're going to go to Customize. So if you have a look, you can see that we've got our 3 designs here, and I would like the Christmas tree. So I'm just going to go in and delete these, and they're already in their separated layers. So I'm just going to drag this and move it all across as one. Now you can see it's 2 layers, so if we move it, we've got our background and then we've got our cutout piece, but I don't want it as a cutout. I want to be able to draw this. So a nice, quick, easy way of doing it is I'm going to place this back on top of each other, and then I'm just going to go in and highlight all and slice, and it's going to slice my image into my card or my piece of backing. But if I remove my backing, I'm then left with just my cut image. So that's just a nice, easy way of getting an image up. And then you can change it, you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, you can do all of that. And if we go to our little scissors, we're then able to change it to write. You'll see now that it's changed it so it will write it, which is brilliant. So the next thing I need to do is actually get my card shape up. So I'm just going to go to shapes and I'm going to go to square. I'm just going to click on my square and unlock it. So the width of my card is 11 inches and the height of my card is 8 inches. And then I just want to change the background colour to white. So the next thing I want to do is just want to place it. So I'm going to place it at 1 and 1. And this will just allow me in a second when I go in with my score tool to make sure that I get my score line right in the middle. So we're going to go to shapes, and you'll see in shapes we've got a score line. So we're just going to click on that. So our score lines come up, so I'm just going to place it, and I want to place it at 6.5. You can see there we go. So then we're just going to drag it down, and that will give us our score line. So this will be the back of our card, and this will be the front of our card. We're then able to, let's just arrange that to move to front. So we're then able to place our image on our card, and we can have a play with the sizing and work out exactly how we want it placed. So I'm all happy with that. So we've got our card image, which is going to cut out. We've then got our score line, and we've got our tree, which is going to write out. And I'm actually going to write it in an embossing pen, but we'll look at that a bit further on. So I'm just going to go in and attach them. I'm not going to weld them, I'm going to attach them because I all want them to stay as one. So if we then go to make it, you'll see that it comes out on our mat, and you'll see it says score, draw and cut. So it's going to do that in one motion, not one motion, but one kind of mat feed. So it will score first, then it will ask us to take our scoring tool out and put our writing tool in, and then it will cut. So we're just going to go to continue. So we're just going to choose our Explore Air 2 today. And I've already set my dial to light cardstock. And you'll see that it's telling us we need to put our scoring stylus in and have our fine point blade. So we're going to go and do all of that. So the first thing we're going to do is put our scoring stylus in. And this is what a scoring stylus looks like. So we're just going to put that into our accessories bit and then clamp it on. So then we're just going to go in and load our mat. We're going to press cut, and the first thing it's going to do is score our line for us. You'll see that our Cricut is now flashing, and if you look over to the computer it will say that you need to change your scoring stylus for your pen. So I've got a embossing pen which we're going to use today. So this is my embossing pen, and it's by a company called Ranger, and you see it says Emboss It pen. And it will fit in your normal accessory slot, so you don't need any adapter, it'll fit straight in there. So we're then going to go to cut again, and it's going to go in and draw our image for us. So it's now going to go and cut, and as it's cutting I'm just going to take my pen out because I don't want it to dry up. Now our embossing ink has about a 10-minute life, and at this point I could take it out and I could just emboss it straight away, but I want to go back over with the pen. So I'm not going to unload my mat. I'm going to go straight back in to cut, and you'll notice that I haven't put my scoring tool in, and I'm just going to leave that blank. I'm then going to go in with my embossing pen and put that back in, and we're going to press cut again, and it's going to go through and do our drawing for us. And because we didn't unload our mat, it will do it in exactly the same spot. So just as soon as the Emboss It pen has finished, we're going to press pause before it starts cutting again. And we're then going to remove our card from the paper. And you do have to move quite quickly, but you still obviously want to make sure that you don't tear your card. So we're still trying to work quite methodically, but we do need to be quite quick about it. So that's finished, so we're just going to pause it and unload it. And I'm just going to take my card off from my mat. And I always remove it so that I'm pulling my card from my mat. So we're then going to go in really quick and just dab our embossing powder all over it. And I literally just throw it over the whole of the card, and I make sure that everything is covered. And once it's on there, we don't need to, we can leave it for as long as while we get things sorted. But it's really important that you do get that embossing powder on the card as quickly as you can. There we go. So we're just then going to take our pen out. You can hear Bisley. And put the lid on so that our pen doesn't dry out. So this is Stamp & Stuff, which is just a embossing powder. And you can get these, again, eBay, Amazon, any craft shop. So this is my embossing, I don't even know what they call these, heat gun. And this is the Dovecraft one. I've had this for years, but I have seen them on Amazon recently. They're not, I think they're about £10–12. I'll confirm that in the comments below. But they're great, and as I say, I've had this one for absolute years now. So I've just got some card here, so I'm just going to dispense my glitter onto it and give it a really, really good shake. And get rid of all that excess glitter that's lying on there. So when you're getting rid of your excess glitter, you can give it a shake and you can give it a nice little blow. Please be careful not to wipe the actual embossing areas, because you will take your powder off. And I've got about 7 or 8 different colours that I have. And that's plenty to do what you want. And you can do all sorts of effects. You can do ombre effects, you can do different areas in different colours, but you do need to move quite quickly. So I've got my tool here, so I'm just going to switch it on. It's quite noisy, and I sort of move in circular motions when I'm doing this. And you don't want to be too far away, but you don't want to be too close either. And you will see it changing, you will see it kind of turning quite thick, and the colour will change slightly. And that is just it taking effect. So when that starts happening, you know that you're on the right lines. That's our card all beautifully embossed now, and as I say, you do have to work relatively quickly in terms of the embossing ink, but everything else is just as normal, and it just gives a really beautiful effect. And the more we kind of do of Christmas bits and pieces, we're going to do a lot more embossing as well. So we're going to look at the different effects that you can achieve with embossing, but I just wanted to kind of introduce you all to it very quickly and just kind of show you that the effect that you can get. And it doesn't pick up as well as I would like in a photograph, but it really does give a stunning effect. So as always, thank you all so much for watching. Please do like, follow and leave any comments, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye!
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you all next time. Please do subscribe, like and comment below. Bye!